brothers and sisters, friends and enemies. I just can't believe everyone in here is a friend, and I don't want to leave anybody out. The question tonight, as I understand it, is where do we go from here, or what next? In my little humble way of understanding it, it points toward either the ballot or the bullet.
What's up, guys? Boy Benny. This is Donald Trump this morning. Could you imagine having every single camera on Earth turned to you, wall to wall? Says Jason Miller, who is Donald Trump's chief strategist for his presidential campaign. MSNBC, ABC, Newsmax, Fox News, CNN, CBS News, News Nation, One America News, all of them on Donald Trump at the courthouse for the first trial ever, criminal, of a American president. Trump's hush money New York City trial live updates as ex-president licks his lips, calls trial an assault on America before entering the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump is the first president ever to face a criminal trial based on complete and total fabricated bullshit. All right? I mean, yes, you're right. This is historic. I've never seen a case more trash than this. An important thing to remember, and this is a really nice summary of what's going on today. Alvin Bragg is a far-left prosecutor who campaigned on getting Trump. Alvin Bragg is bootstrapping a common misdemeanor into a felony because the statute of limitations ran out on the misdemeanor. To do that, Bragg is using Article 175, Section 10 of the New York Penal Law that requires Bragg to prove that Trump is guilty of falsifying business records and to show that he did so with the intention of committing a second crime. This is key. The huge issue for Bragg, nobody has ever said what the second crime is. This is insanity. The DOJ, which hates Donald Trump with a flaming, burning passion as hot as the center of the sun, they passed on this case. So did Bragg's predecessor, Cy Vance, who was the prosecutor in New York. He looked at this and said, nope, this won't work. Judge Juan Merchan donated to Biden for president in July 2020. His adult daughter is the president and partner of a Democrat consulting firm that makes money working with far-left candidates who attack Trump for a living. She's going to have a heyday with this one. Conflict of interest? Anybody? Yeah. Her avatar is Donald Trump in prison. The judge's daughter. When Trump's attorneys pointed this out, Merchan gagged him, violating his First Amendment rights. Capital off, Bragg's star witness is a serial perjurer who's already been criminally charged for lying to the court, Michael Cohen. And so that's what it is, ladies and gentlemen, that Donald Trump is facing today. Never seen anything like it. Joseph Stalin would blush on the level of absolute tyrannical treason in these charges. I mean, again, Stalin's court brought better, more sophisticated charges when they were making up charges. Show me the man, I'll show you the crime. Famous quote from the Stalin Red Purges and Red Scares. Trump is going to trial today for a hush money payment over an affair that Stormy Daniels admitted never happened. Complete abuse of the system. Official statement of Stormy Daniels here, saying that this didn't happen. This affair didn't happen. Signed Stormy Daniels. Got it? Yeah. All right. So Donald Trump, never missing an opportunity to seize the moment, right? Which is what this is. Seize the moment. We'll play Trump's statement in just a second. Release an ad today. It's not prosecution, it's a persecution. I think it's the most powerful ad that Donald Trump has released thus far in the presidential cycle. Let's watch.
They want to take away my freedom because I will never let them take away your freedom. It's very simple. They want to silence me because I will never let them silence you. They want you silent. And I am the only one that can save this nation because you know they're not coming after me, they're coming after you, and I just happen to be standing in their way, and I will never be moving. On November 5th, 2024, justice will be done. We will take back our country, and we will make America great again. Thank you. God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you very much. Great job.
Donald Trump posting this on Truth Social, and it's being shared far and wide by his team. I don't know how they were able to get the footage of Donald Trump from this morning. This is the footage of Donald Trump exiting the building from this AM. The team is doing really, really well, and I've really been liking Donald Trump's advertising this cycle. It's been really solid. I think Donald Trump has run a exceptional campaign. And I think it's probably the best, sharpest presidential campaign that we've ever seen, actually. Donald Trump's being really sophisticated in how he's doing things. He's breaking records. And, well, another historic moment. Here's Donald Trump speaking before the first criminal trial ever, a trial that is, again, completely specious and totally and entirely manufactured and orchestrated by a machine because they hate Donald Trump, because they hate us. Donald Trump is indeed standing in the way, and he said so this morning.
Into the courtroom.
Is that common,
here.
Andy?
Yeah.
And here's President Trump as he walks in. Let's just see if we get a comment.
Are you able to lose voters if there's a conviction?
This is an assault on America. Nothing like this has ever happened before. There's never been anything like it. Every legal scholar said this case is nonsense. It should never have been brought. It doesn't deserve anything like this. There is no case, and they've said it. People that don't necessarily follow or like Donald Trump said this is an outrage that this case was brought. This is political persecution. This is a persecution like never before. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. And again, it's a case that should have never been brought. It's an assault on America. And that's why I'm very proud to be here. This is an assault on our country. And it's a country that's failing. It's a country that's run by an incompetent man who's very much involved in this case. This is really an attack on a political opponent. That's all it is. So I'm very honored to be here. Thank you very much.
Nothing like this has ever been brought. Called it an outrage, and the truth is, a case like this has never been brought before. Not just for what you guys were talking about, but also the fact that this is a former president now being tried on a criminal matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, I truly believe in my heart of hearts. I mean, if this goes forward, if this doesn't cause Nelson Mandela level outrage, Nelson Mandela, of course, the famous leader of South Africa, who spent, I think, 30 years at least in prison, ran for president from prison, and then won, ladies and gentlemen. Donald Trump saying in multiple posts that he'll be the Nelson Mandela of America. If this doesn't cause the type of outrage that it should inside of the electoral zeitgeist, I don't really know. Maybe the country is lost. Right? I'm not a doomer, but you gotta have boundaries. If a system is this corrupt, like corrupt systems like this must collapse. They have to collapse. They have to collapse under their own weight. This is an assault on America, Donald Trump says. Nothing like this has ever happened before. There's never been anything like it. Legal scholars say it's nonsense, and that is a fact. Check with Alan Dershowitz. Ladies and gentlemen, Trump braces for first historic criminal trial. Ex-president arrives at Manhattan court to start his blockbuster Stormy Daniels hush money case after ranting about a rigged and corrupt judge, with which it is. All of this stuff that's been happening to Donald Trump have been rigged and corrupt. Now, I will tell you that for the better part of years, I have been practicing what I preach, right? Get out of blue cities, get out of these areas. They are owned by communists. You must get out of these places. Not necessarily the states, but you got to get out of these cities. These cities are traps, and they are traps to persecute you and to put you on trial and to make up charges. And that is what the Marxist does. Now, luckily, Marxism always collapses, right? It never actually works. It is a system that it always implodes upon itself because these people eat each other. And it's the same thing with election fraud. We covered case after case after case of judges overturning elections, and oftentimes this fraud is being committed against other Democrats, right? So, like, if you're a Democrat, you should want to be out of here. And a lot of people are saying that. Why would you ever invest in New York ever again? Why would any billionaire, any mogul, any person ever want to invest in New York ever again? It's gone, right? So this is the natural cycle of life. Let the churn happen. Let this destruction happen, and be awake during all of this and understand and make moves, right? Smart moves, and stay strong ladies and gentlemen, we will win. I think the American people are waking up at a rate that is quite alarming to the machine. That's why they're so desperate. These are not the actions of powerful people. These are the actions of desperate people. Fight on. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.